In a small, peaceful village lived a curious boy named Lian, known for his impatience and eagerness to get what he wanted instantly. One day, he heard tales of a treasure hidden deep in an enchanted forest nearby, promising endless wealth and happiness to whoever found it. Without hesitation, Lian set off on a journey, certain that the treasure would solve all his problems. But as he followed a mysterious path of glowing pebbles, Lian discovered that the true riches of life might not be what he expected.
Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, lived a boy named Lian. Lian was a clever and adventurous child, always curious about the world around him. But he had one problem: he was impatient. Whenever he wanted something, he wanted it immediately, and he often didn't think about the consequences of his actions. One day, Lian heard from his friends about a treasure hidden deep within the enchanted forest on the outskirts of the village. Legends told that whoever found the treasure would live a life filled with wealth and happiness. This story lit a fire in Lian's heart. If I find this treasure, I'll never have to worry about anything again, he thought to himself. Early the next morning, without telling anyone, Lian set off toward the enchanted forest. He packed a few things in his small knapsack and left before the sun had fully risen. As he reached the edge of the forest, he noticed something unusual: a winding path made up of small, round pebbles that seemed to glow faintly in the morning light. Lian felt it must be a sign and eagerly followed the pebble path. The first stretch of the journey was easy. The pebble path led him over soft grass and shaded trails where the morning sun peeked through the leaves. But as the hours passed, the trail became more challenging. The path led through thorny bushes, across narrow, shaky bridges, and up steep, rocky hills. Each time Lian faced an obstacle, he thought about giving up. But the idea of treasure spurred him on. At midday, Lian came to a wide, clear river. The pebble path ended abruptly at the riverbank, and the stones glowed faintly beneath the water. I have to cross this, Lian muttered to himself. So he took a deep breath and waded in, shivering at the icy water. Halfway across the river, he lost his footing and fell. His knapsack floated away, but he managed to scramble to the other side, wet and cold. Shivering, he sat on the riverbank, discouraged and weary. Maybe this treasure isn't worth it, he sighed. But as he looked down, he noticed something peculiar. A single pebble lay at his feet, glowing brightly. Curious, he picked it up. The pebble was warm to the touch, and suddenly, a soft voice spoke in his mind. Patience is the key to all treasures, young one. Take this pebble, and remember this lesson. Lian was startled but held on to the pebble, feeling strangely comforted. He continued along the trail, noticing that each time he faced a new difficulty, another pebble would appear at his feet, glowing and offering him encouragement. He encountered twisted roots that nearly tripped him, a steep cliff that took him hours to climb, and dense fog that made it hard to see his way. Each time he was tempted to give up, he would find another glowing pebble waiting for him with a new message: strength grows with every step, true treasures are earned, and, one step at a time. Finally, as dusk began to fall, Lian reached a small clearing. At its center was an ancient, gnarled tree with roots that twisted deeply into the earth. Beneath the tree, he saw something sparkling. Breathless with excitement, Lian approached the tree and knelt down, brushing away dirt to reveal a small chest. Opening it, he found it was filled not with gold or jewels but with more of the glowing pebbles he had been collecting on his journey. Disappointed, Lian slumped to the ground. He had endured so much for nothing. But as he held the pebbles, he heard the soft voice again, gentle yet firm: the greatest treasure is not what you sought, but what you have gained. The journey you undertook has taught you patience, resilience, and wisdom. These are treasures that will serve you for a lifetime. Lian sat there quietly, letting the lesson sink in. He realized that each step of his journey had indeed made him stronger and wiser. The impatience that had once driven him now felt distant, replaced by a sense of accomplishment and inner peace. As he stood to leave, he noticed a path leading back toward the village, lined with the same glowing pebbles that had guided him before. Clutching a handful of them as a reminder, he began the journey home, a changed person. No longer in a hurry, he took his time, enjoying the beauty of the forest around him, appreciating each step. When he finally returned to the village, his friends and family asked him if he had found the treasure. With a smile, he showed him the pebbles, saying, "Yes, but not the treasure I expected. I found something much more valuable." And from that day forward, whenever Lian felt impatient or discouraged, he would hold one of those glowing pebbles and remember the lessons he had learned. He understood that true wealth didn't lie in material things but in the strength and patience he had found within himself. The villagers came to admire Lian for his newfound wisdom and patience, and he became known as the young man who had discovered the real treasure, the strength to persevere and the patience to enjoy life's journey.